ATG from Kilmarnock town, got your hustle down. Streams the pool games live, makes our day come alive. Early mornings on your grind, Tesco shift unwind, but you find the time to play, stream the virtual day. OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there. Virtual cue in your hand.
And it's a sucker scratch. Look at the line. Commentator's eye. Don't say I didn't warn you.
OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there. Virtual cue in your hand, amazing shots you land. From your home to our screens, living out our pool dreams. Early riser, work all done, streams the games just for fun. We'll cheer for you every match. TG, you've got the magic touch. OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there. OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there.
This for the 101. Absolutely sensational once again.
Virtual cue in your hand, amazing shots you land. From your home to our screens, living out our pool dreams. The games just for fun, we'll cheer for you every match. TG, you've got the magic touch. OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there.
That was fantastic.
Where's the cue ball going?
Oh dear, how sad, never mind.
Right, good evening, welcome back to VP4TV. We've got slightly better news this week. And the slightly better news is that we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We've got 10 in, and we've still got 3 minutes to go. So we have Bankster, Charlie Bravo, Cobra has decided to join us this week. Coldest Pillow, Jess Deb, Larry, Miasma, Slim, Progressive Pool has arrived. I think I'm going to have to get in and see this guy. We've got Spectre Don, of course. I think he's defending his title again, isn't he? He won it last week. I'm pretty certain he did. Somebody will remind me if he didn't, but I think he did. I was there, but I can't remember. Anyway, that's where we're up to. Probably we'll be lucky if we get one more in, but we are all set to go. We are streaming on YouTube. We are streaming on Twitch. There's nobody on Twitch. They're all on YouTube at the moment. Cobra would have been in Twitch if he wasn't in the tournament, but everybody's sticking with YouTube. Now, in case you're interested, for them that might not be aware, if you're looking for the quickest turnaround in terms of the live stream going to you at the quickest possible pace, then you'll find you'll get that on Twitch. There's about a 7-second delay at least on YouTube. The delay on Twitch is about 2 seconds at the most usually. But it doesn't matter whether you're a subscriber to YouTube or not. But if you try Twitch, you'll see the match a little bit quicker than what you do on YouTube. Right, so yeah, Twitch is on. Well, again, if you went around last night, we had the match, the one-loss side match between Albinario and Semi-Pro, brackets you Plonker Rodney, and I got my prediction right. I predicted a 4-2 win for Albinario, and he did come through in the end. We still didn't get any new high break for the tournament. Semi-Pro still holds that, 111. I can't believe that's going to stand till the end of the event. That's got to be beaten. We've got the semi-final match to come between Keith and Albinario. That's still, of course, a race to 4, and that will then decide who's going to play MC Clarkey in the final. So we look forward to that. Also, a reminder that we have, let me just hit the banners, we have the 8-ball World Championship. 8-ball World is the rules of the game. That sign up is open, and there is quite a few in it already, which is a good sign. We've got all of them in now. I think it's a 32 maximum field, and there is 12 seats left, so there's 20 in already, and that goes at the end of the month. No, tell a lie, it goes September the 11th. Why did I say the end of the month? I don't know. But anyway, it goes the 11th of September, so still time to get in, but the longer you hang off, the more likely that those spots are going to be filled. It could end up being a full tournament, so I wouldn't wait all that much longer. I think we're going to have our fill for this tournament tonight. I don't think we'll get any more. Right, so we're at the top of the hour. The rooms are up, and where are we going to go first? Well, Spectre Don's going to be giving away a stack to Charlie Bravo. We've got Dangerous Bankster with a handicap against Cobra. We have Jez Dev and Progressive Pool, Miasma and Larry. So we're going to nip in to the Bankster Cobra match, and I'm going to have to change the cloth colour. Miscellaneous out to blue. Okay with that. I was watching the live stream. There's two live streams. Well, there's a live stream on YouTube, but it's like one of the secondary tables at the US Open 9-ball, and Joshua Filler, I think, was playing in that one. He was getting well beat when I looked at that, and then I looked for a stream to find the main table, which SVB, Shane Van Boning, is playing Jason Shaw. These are races to 10 now. I'm not sure whether it's the last 32 or the last 16, but the Prime channel is on Sky Sports now, and Jason Shaw was 6-3 down. He made a couple of sort of howler mistakes, certainly with his safety. I don't know how it's going now. It could almost be over. Right, so Bankster getting 6 and out, which is very generous, and we know he's good enough to make the most of that if he can get to the table. The Cobra should, of course, be out here. He's just got to make sure he gets the right shape on this 6 ball to make it comfortable coming back for this 7. Good evening to Cold as Pillow. Well, he's got the angle. Just got to dig in deep enough so he doesn't go near the side pocket. He should be well away from that. And I think he's still got enough angle just to stun up the right cushion here. So Bankster, if he gets a chance, first of all, he's got to make the most of it. But secondly, we know that he's good enough to make use of this 6 and out. He can pop balls. Ah, that's what the problem is. I was wondering what Bankster's problem was. He was in and out like a yo-yo. Yeah, I don't think that the internet cafes have got all the best connections, and probably they might not be the best over in that part of the world. I don't know. Yeah, connection probably. I mean, of course, in an internet cafe, you could have maybe 24 people all sharing that connection. Strong chances of it dropping out. Well, Baxter's he's potted the 2 ball. This 3 ball's dodgy, and the 4 ball's even more dodgy where it's sitting. Now that's going to bump the 6, and well, the 9 doesn't go. Now he could just nip off the 6 ball, but edge the 4, nip the 6. Well, he's played the billiard, and that'll do it. He could have just ducked for cover there, but he went all out for the billiard, 6 ball being one of his money balls. And the 6 ball's gone again, it'll come up. And the 4 has also gone. Well, let's hope you can stay with us, Bankster. We'll know the reason now as to why you're dropping out. All seems good at the moment. Now this 9 ball's a wee bit in the way. Well, he's came out good, got a nice little brush off the 9 ball. Wrong angle in the 3, I think. He's going to have to spin this up a bit. That needs to keep going, and that's not a bad effort. Well, this is going to be trouble. Well, 1 good cut, and he's in the lead. And there you go. How many times do I say it doesn't matter the handicap you're getting, it's whether you're good enough to use it, and that's the difference. There's plenty of players get 6 and out, but they're still not good enough to pot balls. Well, there's a jinx straight away. Blame that on Cold as Pillow. He's going to take all the blame for that because I never said anything. Well, I presume I'm coming through. I'll say that again. I presume I'm coming through loud and clear. Just needs a little slight dig in the cue ball here, just to nip across the table. So we will be back all square unless there's a disaster. Again, it all depends on getting nice on this 8-ball. It all looks simple, but you've got to get that decent line on the 8-ball so it's comfortable to get up for the 9-ball. You don't want to be badly out of shape in this 8-ball. Now, got to be careful here. He's got the big draw going on. No, he's running. I thought he was going to play the big draw there, so obviously he was comfortable with the angle that he was going to get around the corner rather than scratch. And I think the 9's off the rail, so he shouldn't be having an issue here. Level pegging again. But that all came about from that miss by Bankster. He knows he's going to get punished most of the time. And a couple of balls have gone in. One ball, certainly one of them. And one of Bankster's money balls gone in as well, so the 7-ball comes back up. But this table is more than good enough the way it's set up at the moment here for Cobra. And again, he's got to just get the nice line on the 4-ball. The angle, and obviously here the cue ball wants to go way out into the table, so he's played it nice and soft. Now, I don't know that he would be able to get past that 8-ball. I'm not sure, so he might have to stun this in and come down the table here past the 7. He's got more angle on this 5, I think, than he would really like. And I don't think that he can go straight through missing the 8-ball to go on that 6. It looks too tight. So he's going to stun away from the 7. And this is tricky as well. And this is by far not simple. Cue ball wants to bump the 8 and the 7. Now if he spins it up, he might just drop above the 7 as we look. He's got choices as to how he gets there. Well, he's coming across the 2 rails, and that's perfect. Couldn't have played it any better. Welcome to Potman. So Cobra's very quickly going to restore his lead from 2-1 down. And we still only have 1 viewer on Twitch. But 6 and out handicaps are extremely dangerous, especially when it's Bankster that's getting it. So this match can turn on its head very quickly. As we've seen it in the past, 4-ball goes in, 1 ball's in play, and well, right now, this table's not looking good for Bankster. Looking very likely that it's going to be another one for Cobra. The 5-ball is clearly an issue, but with the 4-ball having gone, it's just a case of coming back for the 3 and potting the 3 and getting up the table. He wants to get up. He doesn't. I mean, he could still bump the 7 and be on the 6. I mean, there's not an issue, but ideally, he would like to play it clean, because you don't know where that 7's going to go when you bump it, but that's perfect. That's exactly where you want to be, because you're not interfering with the 7. But I believe he's going to have to get across to where he is now for that 7 ball, because it doesn't go past the 8. This is maybe a bit straight. He's maybe going to have to punch this in a bit. Pace is good. And that's perfect. Well, again, he can just go forward onto the short rail if he wants, back up the table, into the middle of the table. So Baxter just sitting there, waiting for a glimpse of a chance. Has my mic gone? No, it hasn't. The mic was muted. I don't know why I did that. I don't know when I did it. I've been probably muted for 10 minutes. So I'll say good evening to Semi-Pro, and I'll answer your question again. This Cadogan guy, I haven't a clue who he is. I don't really pay all that much attention to the comings and goings at English clubs. So I don't know what his background history is for the club. Presumably he was there before, as you say. So maybe you can enlighten me on that. Well, that's a good effort from Cobra. Now the question is it all out for the bank? Because if he's playing the bank, he's bound to be nudging the 7. He's gone all out for it, and he's... Well, let me have a look. Well, that 7, it does go, but it does go if you were sitting right behind it like that. But that is very, very tight. It goes in off the jaw, but from this angle, and that was well played. Very well played. Well, we might have seen the last of Bankster. So Cobra on the brink. And Bankster with a glimmer. Well, that 3 ball almost went, but this table is sitting nice here for Bankster to at least prolong this match by 1 more rack. He doesn't want to be dead straight in the 2. Yeah, well, I think he was. Now this could get ugly very quickly here, because this is a very thin cut. He's going to be bumping stuff. And he's landed perfect. So just a little roll in and a roll out in the cue ball. Drop the 5 in, drop the 6 in, and he's back in business. But he's now going to have to string something together here to try and get out of this hole that he's in. It's a big ask, but it's very possible. And Baxter needs to remap his replay button. One ball goes into the side. 5 ball gets out the way. 2 ball is on. 3 ball is on. And 3 to the 4 is the issue. That's no good. That's terrible. That's a bad shot. Well, Cobra can thin this along to the 7. And try and spin through the gap here. He might just be trying to get up behind the 9. He hasn't quite got there, so Bankster has to get this as thin as you dare, this 3 ball. Any more than that, he's going to bring it into play. And he has done. But he's at least got cover. And Cobra's going to be jumping this. Now, if he goes all out for the cut, he's going to probably double kiss the 7. And the cue ball could end up anywhere. Well, I think Baxter needs to go down to that pocket and look at that ball, because that's right in the pocket, that 3 ball, if he wants to try and use a rail and then hit the ball and get around the table and still have a sight in this 3, because if he doesn't look at that, he could misjudge it. He's going for the big VP4 escape route. Well, he'll settle for that. So this is going to go across the table and back across into that gap between the 6 and the 8. And if he goes too far, he's hooked. And if he does that, he might be hooked. I think he's okay though. Just okay. Well, a straight in 6 ball, and he's back within 2. And you never know. Well, that match between Jesdev and Progressive Pool, that must have been one of the fastest matches in Friday Night 9 Ball. I wasn't looking at the clock. But that was over 10 minutes ago, that match. And there you go, that's how quick racks disappear. Suddenly, he's breathing down Cobra's neck. Well, the 1 ball didn't go in this time, and there's the fatal mistake. The cue ball has gone, and Cobra won't be wasting this opportunity. I'm looking to see where the problems are, and I can't honestly see. Well, I suppose it's just getting from the 2 to the 3. And 4 to the 5's a wee bit tricky because, well, the 1 ball's going out the way. I thought that was a 9 there, my bad. Well, that's now cleared up the 5 ball, so he's... well, I think the safest route is going forward and up into the table. Checked it to straighten it up. So, back out into the table again off the other rail. Well, this is just a delicate little touch. Well, in fact, it didn't even need to be. So, once again, he wants to be potting the 6 where he's not anywhere. I think the 6 is too far away from the 9 to be touching it. Aye, he's fine. So, well, Baxter is still going to be a danger in this tournament as long as he can survive. But the fatal move was that scratch in the break. He knows it's all over. Progressive Pool forfeited all his games. How do you work that out? He won 7-0. Or am I reading that wrong? What, Jesdev forfeited all his racks? How do you know? Was you watching it? Anyway. Let's have a... Oh, I couldn't see the WC because there's a little heart symbol that's on the YouTube chat on the phone. I couldn't see that until it scrolled up there. Right, so let's have a look at the bracket. We've got Spectre Don's given 5 and out to Charlie Bravo. Spectre Don on the hill. We've got, in fact, that was a second round match, that one with Jesdev and Progressive Pool. And Miasma is 6-5 up against Larry. We're going to have to jump into that. Larry's giving away the 5 ball to Miasma. And Miasma's concerned about me jinxing him. Well, Larry should be just as scared here, because Larry knows the effect I can have on him at times. So Larry trying to take this match all the way. Now, he's got to go 3 rails here probably with this 8 ball. Or is he just... Yeah, he is. Well, he's not going to get to the 3rd rail, but this is still a little cut. So here we go, hill, hill. And look at that, 5-9. Well, Miasma, what do you do here? Do you bang the one onto the 5 and 9? Well, he had a bang at it, but he didn't really line up. Now, what does Larry do? Does Larry try and play the combo, get rid of that 5 ball money ball? Yeah, he's played not the combo, he's played the billiard, and that's a very wise move. And that now makes the odds for Miasma very slim, because with the 5 ball going in, it means Miasma, if he gets to the table, is going to have to pot everything to win the match. And it was a sensible shot to play. It makes life that much more difficult for Miasma, and that makes it more difficult as well because he's hooked. Now that 3 ball has just gone to the ugliest place in the table. That ain't going anywhere sitting there, I can tell you that right now. So that is Miasma's lifeline, that 3 ball. Now, it's a big pocket if Larry cuts this to the 3. I think that will go in off that 3. He's played the bank. Well, I'm a bit surprised at that, because if that was... Let me have a look. I think if he managed to thin cut that to the 3, the 1 ball had to go in. And that would have bumped that 3 out the way, probably into a better position than where it is. But, well, what Miasma doesn't do here is have a bang at this 2 ball and somehow free up that 3 ball. So Larry's now got that problem to deal with. He's got ball in hand. Well, if he's just going to draw to the rail, this is a very dangerous shot past that side pocket, because we all know the dangers of that. That 3 ball is so tight to that point on the pocket that if you try and push it past the pocket, that it's very likely to catch the other jaw. Now Larry's trying to 3-foul Miasma. And again, with ball in hand there, he had the chance to pot that 2 ball and try and nudge the 3 out, but he refused it. Now Larry might be made to regret that. But Miasma's now put all his eggs in one basket, because now when he pots this 2 ball, he's going to have to play the 3. Well, I mean, there's cover there if he can get the pace right. But the speed you have to play this shot at, you're not moving that 3 ball very far. That's the problem. I remember when I muted my mic now. I muted my mic when I was going to have a drink the last time, and I'm about to do it again. Well, maybe Miasma thought he could try and billiard the 9 in there. That was a tall order. Father Jack used to say, drink, drink, drink. I don't say that. Well, Larry's still got to play the right shot here. Not Larry, Miasma. Oh, that needs to bump. It needs to bump something. And there you go. Well, you miss this, Miasma. You're a proper numpty. There we are. Well, what did I say about Larry when he had that 2 ball in hand? He never took the chance to break out the 3. And what happens? He pays the price. Don't say you live and learn, or you don't live and learn, but that is it. So Larry is heading over to the madhouse on the 1 loss side. We've got Spectre Dawn up against One Pocket Slim in their round 2 match. We've got Cobra up against Cold as Pillow. So we're going to head in to that top match, see who we can jinx in this match. So Slim is getting the last 2. Managed to get the jump, but I don't think he got anything in that 2 ball. No, you would have been a proper numpty if you couldn't roll that 9 ball in. But Larry's only got himself to blame. He had ball in hand with that 2 ball. Should have played the breakout in the 3 and get the job done. When you start messing about and trying alternative means when you had the match in your hands with that option, then things turn against you. I think Slim's going to have his hands full here tonight. And the last 2 handicap means absolutely nothing. That makes no difference. That just means that we go on with the next rack quick enough if Slim does get to the table. Not player 1. I'm talking Spectre Dawn. Sorry, Spectre Dawn's getting last 2. How the hell did Slim get to 2527? He's going to pay the price for that in every Friday night 9 ball he plays in. He's going to be giving a stack away to everybody. So Spectre Dawn, 2-0 in front. Dry. And there's a little bump on that 1 onto the 2. I think this is a bit weird, this, because you want to play the little combo. It's a question of whether you're still going to have a shot. And he's blocked off. And I don't think they can get enough of that 1 ball. you know, trying to go up the rail. The 5 ball's in the line of the kick up and down, I think. It's tight enough. No, he might get there looking at that now. Watch that side pocket. Well, he's got the hit. How's his luck? Not going to be too good, I don't think. And Jesdev has left the building after that 7-0 defeat in his first match. He's gone. Bankster gets an easy bye through to the next round in the one-loss side. Well, we've now got 4 on Twitch. And we've got 13 on YouTube. Well, he might just draw. I think he's a bit straight, so he might just draw this straight up the table. Perfect weight, perfect angle. So he must get high enough on the 7. I mean, even if he's down in the bottom half of the table, that's still better than not getting there. So this is a big stun in and a dig off the rail. And just tuck the 8 in and let the cue ball roll out. So 3-0. And Slim, we've not really seen a lot of him yet in the match. Well, something went in. I didn't quite catch what it was. It was the 4 ball. And Spectadon's not sitting ideal on the 1. You can certainly see it to pot it, but it's a tough pot, and the cue ball has got a lot of work to do to get anyone good in the 2. 2's blocked by the 8. You can pot it from the right hand side of the table clearly, but getting there's the major issue. Now, you could bank the 2 ball up and down the table. The problem is he might pot it off that 8 ball if he's trying to tuck near the 7. So there's a danger in actually playing the safety by doing that. You can definitely see enough of it to pot it. Well, what a shot. But there's the issue. So now he's got to come up with something decent. You're playing the billiard off the 2 onto the 8, trying the bank. Well, he's tried the bank, and this is it's not a gimme, this 2 ball either. But Slim, stuck in the cushion, has a chance. And it's really all about potting this 2 and getting on the 3. Well, he hasn't really gone through in the shot. He's left it a thin cut. Maybe didn't want to risk hitting it much harder, but he should still cut that in. And now he should be home and dry and off the mark. Well, I'm just thinking ahead to this Virtual World Snooker Final. Obviously, it would have to be probably starting sometime around about 6 p.m, 6:30 p.m. And bearing in mind that the final goes to a possible first to 9 frames. So there could be a lot of frames played in that session in the final, and it could be on for a good 2-3 hours at least, depending how the match goes. So it will certainly be a long session. You know, if it starts at 6:30 p.m, you're talking 3 hours to 9:30, and the only slight disadvantage is with one player. If Albinario gets the final, he's an hour ahead of Matt. Keith, of course, is British summertime, same as us. So there isn't any. I mean, there's not a major time zone difference anyway, but like I say, it can be a long final. Which one of the two from the UK are going to stop Albinario marching on to another Virtual World Snooker title? That's also the question up for debate. Anyway, that's still to come. Meanwhile, Spectre Dawn back on form and looking to open that gap again. Take the match away from Slim. Well, 6 and 8 ball have gone, and that 2 ball is stuck up on the top rail. That looks very tight from here. Well, it's not touching, but look at where the 1 ball is. It's a thin cut. The cue ball's bouncing all over the place here. Now, he doesn't have to try and pot the 2. I mean, he could easily play a safety here and use that 5, 3 and 7 ball for cover. Well, he's went all out for it, and he's collided with the 2. Well, this is going to be a quick rack. He's just got to get the line right, because it wants to go to the point, that 9 ball. So he's just got to cut that 2 ball back slightly. And there you go. It did go to the point. And Slim gets a bonus here. The bonus is getting an opportunity, but he should be fine. Just a thin cut. I don't think the 9 can go anywhere else but in the pocket. So he just needs to hit the 9. The 9's got to go in. It's in the jaws. It can't get out of there. Well, that's a relief for Slim. And a couple of balls have gone in. 1 ball and the 6. Now, what does he do here? Because the 2 balls way past the pocket. He's not cutting that in, I don't think. Trying to sneak it behind the 9, and that's very well done. And Slim gets his opportunity again from the good safety. I haven't used it. Oh dear. I haven't used the replay tonight. Well, that's a disaster for Slim because he had a wide open table, and this is the thing that really annoys you when you've got a table that's good and you end up hooking yourself. Well, I think he'll probably take that because I don't think that Spectre Dawn can get enough of that to cut it. Or can he? No, he can't. Right, so let's see what he comes up with. Is he trying to twist it a bit to try and get the cut angle in that 3? That's very tight. Well, there's a shot worth a replay. He might need another one, looking at where he is on the 5. Because I think he's, yeah, he's hooked by the 5 and he's hung the 4 this time. So Slim gets another chance. Well, just a roll in. Doesn't need to play for the 9, remember, he's getting last 2, so just rolls the 8 in. What am I talking about? I've said it again, I've done it again. You can tell it's getting late at night. It's bloody Spectre Dawn that's getting the last 2. That's twice I've done that. I'm going downhill rapidly, folks. It's always the same story. I don't know what it is with the chat on my phone, but once the chat window fills, it doesn't scroll up. It just stops. I can see Tam said something on the stream, but it's not coming through my phone, so I've got to get out my chair to try and read it on my second monitor. That's bloody annoying. Hang on a second. Right. No, it's still not coming through. Still not coming through on the phone. Well, I'm going to have to read this. What does that say? Not bad just now. Supposed to get a bit blowy tomorrow. Well, we've had, I think we've had showers. We had rain this morning, it cleared up and it was bright and breezy. It wasn't warm, I'll say that. And then the rain and showers set in. The good thing is they set in once I get home. Well, we might have a match on here. What's Miasma saying about me being 60? Let me just type something so that that scrolls up so I can read the damn thing. Well, Hugh, after 60, everything after 21 PM feels like 1 at night. It's natural, don't worry. Listen, I go downhill at 8:30 every Friday, and it's not even 8 o'clock yet, so I'm going down a lot sooner than I should be. It just depends whether I get my second wind. See, sometimes I get my second wind and then I'm okay. Well, Larry survived, took out Charlie Bravo, 4 racks to 2. And I don't know, did Slim come up dry there? Because I never saw that. I was too busy messing about trying to read that chat. Spectre Don back at the table. He's just, he's going to be in a little bit of an awkward position here for this 4-ball. But the 5 goes past the 6 into the side, I'm pretty certain of that. Nice, got the cut. And he should be able to get out of there clean. 5 into the side, panic over. You know what I had when I come home today, Tam? I didn't have anything that was intended to heat up in the house. I went straight down to Browning's, the bakers, and this was at 10:15 this morning when I got home. Straight down to Browning, the bakers, went in. Gil says, "Yes, what would you like?" I said, "If you get two chicken curry pies, if you get 2 warm ones." And the young lady said, "Yes, we do." I said, We'll get two in the oven there." I said, "Well, give me them 2 curry pies and a big cup of lentil soup with salt and pepper in it." Straight into the car, shot up the road and threw them down my neck. They were lovely. There's that pattern with the 3 balls, by the way. So Brownings, they not only do the big steak bridies, they do forfar bridies, which they usually have 1 or 2 in the oven, so if you want a warm one, you can get a warm one. And fortunately, they had 2 chicken curry pies in the oven. They were beautiful. Big chunks of chicken breast inside the pies. Lovely. You don't get healthy food like that in a health food shop. You get nothing but seeds and raisins. This chat's completely buggered on YouTube. I'm going to switch my phone over to Twitch. Give me a minute, because half the stuff isn't coming up on bloody YouTube. It's knackered. Hang on. I'll go to Twitch. I think the Twitch chat seems to work all right. The YouTube stuff comes up in it, no problem. Now, how do I get to my channel again? Oh no, that's the live streaming one. Hold on a minute, I'm in the wrong Twitch thing. What's this message come in? In fact, who sent it? How to fix live chat missing on the phone, is that? Not on YouTube, I'm talking about on the phone. I'll need to look at that some other time. Aye, it's my phone. See, I've got an Android phone, Samsung, whatever it is, and when I'm on, I like to monitor YouTube on my phone so I can see everything's fine. And once the chat window fills up, it just doesn't seem to then scroll so that any other chat that comes up keeps appearing. I don't know what the hell you need to do to change that. But anyway, bugger that, I'll just go to Twitch. Right, now, where's my channel? Oh, Christ almighty, hang on. I'll get there eventually. I'm going to miss out the end of this match here, this messing about. Right. That's what I want. Oh shit, I've got to log in now to bloody Twitch. This should nip your head. So, oh, wait a minute, there it is. Now it's going to send me a code. Enter the token found in your authenticator app. So I'm going to have to tab out of that. Go to the authenticator tab. Where the hell is that in my desktop? Authy. Do any of you guys use that Authy? Right. And then and every time you tab out of it, it changes to another bloody number. Right, I'll copy that. How do I paste now? How do I paste? I don't know how to paste on an Android phone. Was that it? Remember this. Submit. See if that. Well, right, I'm in at last. I think. Now I've got to accept terms and conditions. Goodness me. I can't find, believe it or not, I can't find my own bloody channel on Twitch. Ah, to hell with it. What's happening? Still 5-4. Well, there's a result through. Cobra and Coldest Pillow. Cobra's taking down Coldest Pillow. 7 racks to 2, and I'm still trying to find my bloody channel. Where's the search thing? We'll do it that way. There we go. I found VP4TV in Twitch. Right, there we are. And the chat's coming up fine there. That's better. Yeah, all the YouTube chat is coming through in Twitch without a problem. And we'll see when the next person types something that it will scroll up and it will be working fine. I'll just keep it in Twitch. Right. Well, again, the only problem here is the 8-ball, believe it or not. It sounds crazy to say it, but you thin cut the 3, you come back into the table, you could end up hooked behind that 8-ball. And he's making sure of that. Making sure he's well out of the way. But you see, if that had another footer running on that cue ball, he would have been hooked. But no problem now. And one pocket slim's going to be back to the wall. Point of no return. You have to slide chat left and increase timer on YouTube, I think. What do you mean on an Android phone, Mark? You got an Android phone, have you not? So you say you slide the chat left. How do you mean the timer? But does the chat then stop? I mean, but why is the chat stopping going? Well, you've got an iPhone. Anyway, I'll look at that some other time. I'm quite happy that it's working fine on Twitch. Everything that's been coming through from YouTube is appearing on Twitch, so that's fine. Anyway, good evening to Mark. Tells you in link I sent. Oh, it was you that sent the link. I couldn't even work out who sent that link. Yeah, is that not referring to just? Is it specifically for phones, that video? I won't look at that tonight. I'll look at that tomorrow when I remember, and see if I can get it fixed. In fact, the obvious thing to do is chat stops scrolling on my Android phone on YouTube. How do I fix it? And there's probably half a dozen videos telling you how to sort that out. That's the brilliant thing about YouTube. That's how, like I said, that's how I got my my car radio code, and it's also how I got rid of that airbag warning light that was flashing. That was once they hooked my car back up to its battery after the bloody starter motor had failed and they had to replace it. I had those two problems and I actually fixed them both within 20 minutes. Going on to YouTube. Well, Slim battling for survival here. And I've remembered that it is Spectre Don that's getting last two, not Slim this time. Now he's got to pot them all. Now that 8-ball again looks fairly tight, but it isn't. Well, we've now got 6 on Twitch, well 5 if you don't include myself. But we've got 18 in total, which is not bad. I mean, I would like to have 300 odd, but that's never going to happen. Because I'm just not that type of with it guy. I'm not 14 years old and getting fired up like a lot of them do when they're live streaming. I don't have that type of personality. I'm afraid I'm a boring 60-year-old, and whether you like it or not, you're going to have to bloody well put up with it. Or bugger off to one of them channels with the young kids on it. This is for elderly people, this channel. That's why the numbers dwindle. They die off. Spectre Don doing a little bit of ducking and diving. I don't know whether he's got there though. Well, I mean, Slim's in a bit of a dilemma here. I mean, the 2-ball cuts down the rail, but this will be some shot. I mean, what do you do? Do you go for it or do you try and play safe? Yeah, he's went for it. That was a big, big ask. And I think Slim has just played his last shot. What do you mean, retards? Stubb isn't here. In fact, Stubb's actually been quite quiet for the past couple of weeks. What the hell's up with him? He's been in the lobby, I think, pretty much every day, but he's not a word out of him. Not a BS or anything in the chat that I've seen. Oh, Larry's cooking with gas now. Coldest pillows. No, he's been blown away 4-0. I think that beating that he got from Cobra's knocked his stuffing out of coldest pillow. Well, once you're in amongst the big boys, coldest pillow, you've got to bring it all to the table. You've got to get down and dirty and use everything in your ammunition to stop these guys. So, another good result for Spectre Dawn. Well, this one loss side's going to be a right laugh. Because we've got one pocket slim just headed over there. Let's see how things are doing here. Let's get this bloody thing refreshed or whatever the hell it's doing. Right, so a quick recap. We've got round 4 matches. Well, Spectre Dawn's up against Progressive. Now, this is the first time we're going to get a look at this guy. I've never seen him play. He's getting 5 and out, though, against Spectre Dawn. Cobra's 2-1 up against Miasma. What's happened on the one-loss side? Larry's through. Bankster's just about to play one pocket slim, so we're going to get in and have a look at this Progressive Pool guy. So he's already keen to get underway. Well, Progressive Pool's only got a 1578 rating, so I think he's played like 3 racks of 9 ball by the look of it. This should be interesting. You had 1 shot in a race to 4. Well, that's actually better than a lot of folk get, especially if you're playing high-end quality players. And if the brake's working, you know, that's it. A quick reminder, anybody who's new to us, please subscribe. That's the only time I say please. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, even if you're watching on Twitch for the first time. Head over to YouTube, and if you type in Tactical Genius, that's the way you'll find my channel now, because YouTube decided that my 9ball.com name was in breach of some bloody rules and regulations. You'll find my channel, but you need to spell it stubbish though. T-A-K-I-T-I-K-A-L, and then Genius, G-E-N. Well, how do you spell genius again? G-E-N-U-I-S, I-U-S, I-U-S it is. Right, here we go. So Progressive Pool is on the left-hand side, Spectre Dawn on the right. Spectre Dawn given 5 and out. So let's see if this guy's got any game. I'll be the judge of that. I'll soon tell you. I won't hold back. I'll tell it like it is, whether you like it or not, I'm afraid. Well, I think Progressive Pool's in for a tough one here, because this first rack's gone. 1, 2 and 3 balls have all headed in. He's now maybe going to get the flavour of what it's like when you come up against this guy. Well, I've heard it described in many ways, but obscene is certainly another way of doing it. He's bloody good. I think that summarises it. He's bloody good. Well, this has got to be flushed, this 9 ball. Just like that. Well, there you go. Well, if Spectre Dawn's going to break like that for the rest of this match, Progressive Pool's not going to get a sniff. Three ball goes. And, well, I don't think he's going to risk trying to cut that. Well, he tried to miss the 6 there and bump the 8. So let's see what Progressive Pool's got up his sleeve, if he's got any game at all, or any pool brain. Well, I would say he's got a reasonable idea. That's extremely unlucky. Look at that. That is very unlucky to end up like that. I mean, the cue ball fits into the gap. There's a gap between the 9 and the rail to get to the 1. I mean, How demoralising is that? I was looking like a half-decent safety there for a second. Well, I'm going to mention this again because some of you guys won't have been on the stream the other night there. It was my birthday last Sunday, the 18th of August. That was my 60th birthday, and I hadn't scrolled down in my emails, but I had an email notifying me that I got a birthday present from Albinario, the only birthday present I got. And so I want to publicly thank him again for at least taking the time out. And it's much appreciated. And don't forget, if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, I'm the cheapest in town. There are much bigger YouTube channels than mine, where they've got hundreds of subscribers, thousands of subscribers, and they're paying like $5 a month. If you subscribe to my channel on YouTube, you'll get the best deal in town. It costs you £1 a month, and you'll get your VIP badge. You know it makes sense. Inspector Don has potted Progressive Pool with one of his money balls. The 6 balls come back up. Got a very dodgy thin cutback in this one ball. What the hell's going on here? There's people I don't even know. Where are these bloody people coming from? I mean, these are people nobody knows. What the hell are you doing? These are all going to people that will never be on this channel. Who the hell is Pawn Slim Time? More to the point, who's the Chinese guy with the Chinese characters? That guy or Japanese, whatever the hell he is. Some guy with all the Rosin, he's been on the channel. I think he's only bloody... Mr. Deanster's got one. Well done to Coldest Pillow, but half of them are going to go to waste. These are people who'll never... Who the hell's Rubber Duck? Is he driving a big truck? Oh, right, we'll get Keith Cheng, never heard of him. We'll get The Real Story, never heard of him. No, you can't choose, that's what's bloody annoying. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I gifted a sub. Some guy turned up and said, you know, he just put a question mark in the chat and then we never saw him again because he didn't know what the hell it was about. They need to get that fixed so that you can actually choose from the list of people that are in the chat to give that. It sounds a simple fix, doesn't it? Why does it have to be random? That's just silly. Giving it to people who will never see the light of day. Well, we're not really going to get to see an awful lot of Progressive Pool, I don't think. And 2 money balls were in that time, so they're both tied up. The 6 and I think that's the 8 ball behind it. It's already 3-0 to Spectre Dawn. Well, here is as good a chance as any to get off the mat, so let's see if Progressive Pool's going to be good enough. Well, I think you shouldn't miss this. What do you reckon? There you go. That's an easy way to win a rack. Well, of course, this tournament, it's rack money, so if a money ball goes down in the break, the money balls come back up, so you can't win it like you could on the league night. So this time, Progressive pulls with a couple of balls, 2 and 3's gone, got a thin one on the 1, no problem getting to the 4. He just needs to drop this in and just let that cue ball roll out. Doesn't need to thump it, just let it get to the pocket. Well, he hasn't hit it though, has he? Oh dear. I didn't mean as soft as that. Well, there's a gap between the 8 and the 7. Perfect gap. And perfectly played. There's a replay. And that's working well. Yeah, he just needed to drop the 1 in, but not drop it quite as soft as that. Well, my next week off, watch this cue ball, watch this cue ball. Oh, now is he on the point? Oh, he is. I think he's on the point. I don't think he can get to it. No, he can't. I'm convinced he can't get to that. I'm trying. He can't get to it. So a lifeline for Progressive Pool. The 8 ball comes out. Now, this is the first time we've really had to see him pot a ball. Let's see if we can pot this 8 ball. Whether he's well above beginner level here. Yeah. He's not a numpty. That takes away that category from him. What, did you do that tonight, Larry? Oh, does he play cowboy, does he? Oh, he needs to get out of his bed in the morning on a Wednesday and a Thursday. And join the posse. Welcome back to semi-pro. When are you going to change your bloody name back? Come on, show sense and send a message to support. Change it back to semi-pro, and then everything's back to normal. This looks good. This looks good. Oh, that's very nice. Nice little touch there from Progressive Pool. Perfect weight. Perfect line. Now, is he going to get the reward? Oh, Bankster's done one pocket slim. The most dangerous man in Friday Night 9-ball, Bankster. Keep telling you all that. And he's taken out slim. Okay, well, I've told that, well, what do you call him? Thunder Bluster. Potman. you can't change your name. I think. Well, you can change your name in VP4. Of course, the two of you have done it. I'm not talking about changing it in the stream. I'm talking about changing it in VP4. Get it back to what you're known as and stop this pissing about with bloody stupid names. That's all I'm saying. I've never changed my name in 20 years. Never. I want everybody to know who I am. Yeah, neither's Larry. Well, the only mistake Larry made is he dropped the L. Because he was always Larry L. That was it. I'll put that down as a typo, Larry. Well, what have I told you, Tam? You can't go back to Tornado Tam. Once you get to a certain age, it's going to be sort of gentle breeze Tam. I mean, a push, I might say gusty Tam, but not tornado. There's you're definitely not. You've not got the wind in you to be a tornado. light bleed. I can't even say that. Light breeze Lenny. Oh, I missed the result there. Cobra's done for miasma. 7 racks to 2. Has Slim left the building? Has he thrown his toys out the pram, or is Slim still with us? It's all gone quiet. I haven't seen Slim in the chat. I think he's left the building. Oh, it's caught the point, and here we go again. And all of a sudden, Progressive Pool is in the lead. Oh, is he in the high rollers one? When does that go ahead? Is that in about another hour or what, or half an hour? I don't even know when that's on. Well, the 1 ball's gone. No shot in the 2. Now, what's he going to come up with as regards the safety here, though? I mean, if he plays the push out, he's probably asking for trouble if he heads up table. And I think there's enough of that 2 ball showing. There's too much of it showing, I think. Yeah, bit careless there. Oh, what, 1/2 the hour? Ah, well. The question is there anybody else in it? That's the more important question. Is it anybody who's going to be played? Or is it going to be another cancellation? Now, this is going to be an interesting shot, because he's taken a chunk out the 9 ball. He's got the left-hand English to help it around. He's bumped to 7, and he's hooked to the 6. And this is how games can turn against you. The roll of the ball, the wrong hit, and of course with 5 and out, big danger. So this is a long jump if he's going for it. Well, was there ever a doubt? Was there ever a doubt? Well, he's going to be back all square, but a wee bit of squeaky bum time here for Spectre Don. He's going to hope his brakes work in this next rack. I'll have a quick drink, but I won't mute my mic this time, so you'll just have to hear the gurgling and whatever goes on. Looks dry. Looks dry. Is it safe though? Yes, it is. Yeah, that means we've got 2 on Twitch now, Cobra, just me and you. Nobody else, because I had to move to Twitch to get the chat to bloody work on my phone, and so it's the 2 that you see there are me and Cobra. Nobody else is in Twitch. Are you in Twitch? Well, why are we not showing us 3 then? What the hell's happening there? The count isn't going up. Maybe it takes a little while to refresh. Or maybe you don't count, Tam. I presume I count. Well, I'm not in Twitch on a PC, but I'm in Twitch on my phone. Maybe I don't count because it's my channel. Maybe that's the case. You might be right. I certainly do count on YouTube. You might have a point. Right then, in that case, I've got 1 in Twitch. there's what's the name for what do you call them? The person that's all on their own. So I'm trying to think of the name. Billy No Mates. That's what I was trying to think. There he is. That's Cobra. Billy No Mates. Sitting there in the corner. Well, this is a toughie. Again, right in the middle of the bag. Oh, now, has he got out of there? He's just got out of there. I've never counted, both in arithmetic or on a live stream. Well, he's having to dig out tougher and tougher shots here because this 6 ball, I mean, this is a gift if he doesn't get this in. Cue ball's going to probably brush off that 9 ball, possibly. It might skim past it, it's hard to say. If he's just going to focus on the 6 ball, in fact, he might lie dead on the 7 if he hits this 9. Hard to say how much he's going to take of anything with this 6. He's jacking up to avoid it. That's a great shot. That is an excellent shot at that angle and jacking up to avoid the collision with the 8 and 9. That's a superb shot. Shot of the night right there. And he's having to dig out another one. Because this ain't good, the way he's sitting. I mean, you want to play the pot. He's got a bit of right on it to check it up and square it across again for the 9 in the same pocket. Again, the execution is perfect. That's what you're up against. Oh no, the turnout last week was shit. There was only 6 in it last week. I mean, that's the worst ever I've seen. But we've had, how many did we have the night? Was it 10 that we had? I mean, that's bloody a lot better than last week. That was well, at least it was an early finish for me last week. That was the only good thing about it. How long have we been on? We've been on 90 minutes or so. Well, this is going to bump in off the 3. If you get the line right. He's got to get it to almost a join between the 3 and the rail, if you know what I mean, for that 1 ball to go in, I think. Let's see if we can get that done. Well, he's left his simple. I don't know that that's a simple billiard either. Looking at it now, because that's right on the rail. That's not going to go in. He's trying to kick it and stick it. Right, so Progressive Pool sort of got away with that there. Let's see if we can follow this up now. He's got a simple enough one ball. Well, I say simple, that's just jinxed him right out the bat. Just straight out the door. Well, if you look at Friday Night 9-ball for the last 2 months, it's been dead. You know, look at that period of time we had where we had people signing up before 6 o'clock to make sure they get in, and it was full like an hour before the tournaments was due to start. We had like 16 in for a good number of weeks, maybe 15 in the odd occasion, but then it just seems to have died during the summer. I've never known it as bad as this. It could well be. Maybe Spectre Dawn's scaring people away. But to me, that's even more reason why he should be in. Oh, it's been like that. It's been like that for 10 years. Tell me something new there, Larry. That's the one place I haven't been to for a good while. I haven't, probably, a month and a half. I haven't looked in on Shooter's Pool, but I'm assuming that there's still probably at least 180 in there playing right now. Don't you be stirring it, Larry. Gusty Tam. Or here's a better one. Here's a good weather. I'll say that again. A good weather word that the weather men use. Blustery. Blustery Tam. Well, Spectre Dawn on the hill again. And ball's going in again. Shot in the one again. One goes in, cue ball bumps the 6 or maybe misses the 6 here. I think if he cuts this in, he's got to be bumping the 6. He'll be held reasonably good on the 2 if he's not over the 6 ball. Well, he's again done everything to avoid it, making sure he wasn't hitting the 6. He's looking to see what the line is into the side pocket, but I think they might have to just check this cue ball up a wee bit so that he's bringing it into the middle of the table. He is. No, he isn't. I think he moved it slightly right. I think he's back to centre though. Yeah, I think he's more worried about the side pocket here. Well, and in the end, there wasn't a problem. And there's it. I mean, look at Bankster going that one loss side. He brushes past Miasma 4-0. Is that not 2 4-0s in a row there for Bankster on that one loss side? He's not hanging about now. Oh, now then. That's made it interesting. That's not what Spectre Dawn wanted to do. 6 ball is now dead. Now he might be looking at a billiard. Well, he's definitely looking at a billiard here. So this for the match. And there we go. It's all over. So Progressive Pool is going to have to mix it in the one-loss side. What the hell is that all about? Oh, it's miasma having a fit. The toys are out the pram. Yeah. Right, so let's have an update here and see where we stand. Guess what? We've got Spectre Dawn and Cobra battling for the hot seat. That'll be good. Meanwhile, over on the one-loss side, we've got Larry, who's up against it, 5 and out against Progressive Pool. And we've got Bankster lying in wait for another victim. No, Bankster won 4-2 in his previous match. I thought he'd won 4-0. 4-2 against Slim. Ah, no, there it is. That one there, yeah, 4-0. Right, here we go. So what do we do here? Do we get into that match with Cobra and Spectre Dawn, or do we watch this one and then catch the rest of the Cobra Spectre? I think this is worth a watch to see how Larry can lose this, given 5 and out. Well, that's a cheeky little combo. Oh, the one ball. Oh, look at how's that finished. See, these are dodgy to judge. Right in the heart of the pocket. Oh, you know what I'm going to say here, Larry. No particular reason why he shouldn't be out. It's going to be self-inflicted damage if he doesn't. And what's more, now that he's at the business end with these money balls, he can't afford it. We'll jump straight into that hot seat match. I don't think we'll miss a great deal. And already Larry's in trouble. This is dodgy, this 6 ball. He's going to probably have to just take it as it is and leave the long cut in this 7. I don't think he wants to get any more ambitious than that. And that's what happens if you get out of shape. So just a roll in and we're all square. I wonder if Progressive Pool's going to show up for his 8 ball match in this 8 ball World Championship when it starts. I think he was one of the forfeits in the snooker, was he not? One of the many. I could be wrong. In fact, I'm sure he was in the snooker. Steve took him out and then he went back in, didn't he? And then I don't think he played anyway after it. Now, what's he fancying here, I wonder? Is he going to get cover? No, he isn't. But Larry's not going to be sitting all that good either. If he pots this 4-ball, he's heading down here. But he could put progressive pull and trouble. He could stick him on that 7-ball. But in fact, Larry just decides to do that. We need to keep that one as a replay, because that's a complete disaster. How to hand away racks. Do that. The old voodoo hoodoo works again. Well, he's still got to roll this 5 in at distance. Or was it the cowboy? I don't know. He was in, I think he was in the snooker. I'm sure Steve was saying on the stream back then that he took him out and then he went back in. Because Steve was looking at his tournament history. He hadn't been in any tournaments, I don't think. Well, at least we've seen him in a tournament. And he's dry. So Larry under pressure now. But the threat of the 5 and out, you just know that if you do the early part okay and then you start going funny, you're just open for the sucker steal. Let's have a quick look and see how things are going in that match, by the way, just before. Well, they're still in the first rack, according to that. So we haven't missed anything yet. Well, the table's wide open. Where is the problem? Well, the problem is getting on this 6 and not hooking yourself behind the 9 when you're playing to the 7. And if he just comes back an inch, he's fine. And he's also got the nice angle to run up that left side here. Well, he's a bit closer to the rail than he would like. Looks like forward and rails, 2 rails and out. Has he got there? Not quite. Still up for debate. So back on par, 2 apiece. Larry praying for a decent break. Grab this match by the scruff of the neck and get it over with. Right, so what's Desmond all about? What have I missed there in the chat? Desmond Tutu, what about him? I'm obviously missing the joke here. That's went straight over my head, that one, I'm afraid. Oh, I've got it now, right. Aye, Desmond Tutu, aye, Tutu. Right, I got it now, aye. I can just see the tumbleweeds rolling across the screen with that one. You know, when the cowboy films, the tumbleweeds just blow across the screen. There's a puff of dust and silence other than that. Well, a good effort. And this is absolutely bolt straight. And he's over the 4-ball. So Larry's having a look to see if he can thin cut this 3 in. Well, he can't. He's going to have to play the combo. So he's actually fine. I mean, he can play the combo, no problem. I thought that 4 ball was out from the pocket and the 3 would go in the back of it. So this is fine. Just has to hope the 3 ball stays in play, and I think he's going to come up good. Or is he? No, he isn't. Hang on a minute. Oh dear. And I think Larry was almost touching cloth there. And this is dodgy as well. A blind angle cut in the 5 up into the corner, and he's just got a hold of the cue ball. Now, does the 6 go past the 7 into this corner? Yes, it does. Well, that makes it a wee bit more straightforward. Well, he's cut it in the side, but has he overcooked it? Yes, he has. He's going about it the hard way again, Larry. We haven't had this camera tonight. All around the house he's here with this. Oh, he gets a bump off the 8. Is it coming across? Well, what does he do? Does he play the cut or play the bank? If he plays the cut, the cue ball's going to go 2 rails, and the only thing that will go wrong is if he overhits it and scratches top right. Well, he's nowhere near that line, but he scratched the side instead. There you go, we're going to have that one for the archive. I think I'm going to make a video with just Larry's scratches. You know, how to lose a match. Oh dear. Well, Larry now at the point of no return. I think we'll get two of Larry's scratches for the archive tonight. And progressive pull. 1 ball is gone. Thin 1 in the 2. Doesn't want to overhit this though. He could end up interfering with the 4 ball here in a minute. Watch that 4 ball. Commentator's eye. Commentator's eye. Never doubt me. Just never doubt me. Okay, yes, he can jump this, but 4 ball was always in play in that line. Watch the cue ball as well off this 3. This might head in an ugly place. Oh, it's died, which is fine. So just 2 balls to pot to take Larry out. Guaranteed to be on the 5. How's the nerve on this 4 ball for progressive pull? Not a doubt. Well, there's the big shock of the night. Not so much of a shock when you're given 5 and out, but self-inflicted damage for Larry there with that scratch. And Larry goes home. So progressive pull is going to be a severe danger. Right, let's have a quick look and see what that does to things in the 1 loss side. So we've now got progressive pull up against Bankster, and he's getting 7 and out. Meanwhile, we're going to go straight into this match, and Cobra is 3-0 up. There we go. I wonder if... let me just tab to... I don't think it will let me do it. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to mess about while I'm doing this, because I was wondering whether I can re-watch those replays on the live stream. Just to annoy Larry, more to the point. But I won't risk it. I might wreck the whole thing trying that. Well, Spectre Dawn is the man that's got work to do here. 3-0 down. Now, if he just rolls the 4 in, this cue ball has to take a line past the 6 ball. And it has done, just. I'm going to have another quick drink. I'm down to my last 5 litre bottle of water. I'm going to have to buy more. I can't remember the last time I drank tap water. I mean, I'm so used to drinking the bottled water now, and especially if you drink bottled water and then you go back to tap water, what a difference in taste with all the bloody chemicals they're putting in the tap water. Right, Tam, see you later. Good night. Thanks for watching. I wish that was me saying that, but I've got to go the distance. Well, meanwhile, Spectre Dawn has a thin one in the 1. 2 balls wide open. He's probably going to... Well, I was just about to say, unless he actually done something with that cue ball there, and that was risky to try and do something with the cue ball, because the line of the cue ball was always coming near the 2. Well, I wonder what Cobra's going to come up with, because this is tricky. This is a head scratcher, this, because he can't get enough of the 2 ball to do what he wants to do with the cue ball, so just try to leave it dead. And Spectre Dawn can't get the 2 ball out of there either, so we're going to have a bit of ducking and diving here for a minute or 2. And that's a good shot. But Cobra think he can get an edge of that too. Yes, he can. Oh, he's had a double kiss though. Off the 9. And now, will that 2 go behind the 4? If it does, Cobra's in trouble. Yeah. He's in dire straits now. That went wrong there, just for the little double kiss in the 9 ball. And Spectre Dawn is rewarded with the safety. The ball in hand. Going to have to play the combo though. And he shouldn't have any problems there. The only problem is he's just not going far enough in the 3 ball for comfort. He's just going to drag this off. Kill all the running in the cue ball. Well, Spectre Dawn almost back in business here. He's going to be breaking to try and square the match and maybe even take control of the match if his break starts kicking in. Well, 7 ball has gone. And it's going to be a very tricky combo in this one, if he fancied that, but he's looking at top left. And this is not easy either, this shot. But again, he doesn't twitch. Just straight into the corner pocket. I mean, that is not an easy shot. That is a great shot. And he's going to have to dig out another one in a sec. Into the side, unless he's trying to chip the 5 in. But that's tight. Yeah, he's had a quick look at that, but it's in the side pocket. Cue ball looks as if it's going to run towards that 8 ball. In fact, it's so thin, he's actually come out behind the back of it, and that's perfect. Couldn't have ended up any better there. So the obvious thing now is to get way up the table. It doesn't matter where, as long as it's in the left-hand side. Got a clean shot at the 5. Well, that deserves to win the rack, that shot he played. Inspector Don's not about to give up his title that easily. Well, here we go. This is where the match starts now. Back to level pegging. And ball's going in again. I think it was a 3 and a 4 that went that time. Oh, now he's going to have to jump the edge of the 8. He should be fine though. Don't think he can get enough of the 1. But is he going to be decent on the 2? Well, he'll settle for that. But again, it's an off-angle cut. I mean, these are not simple. Picking that potting angle. He's going to roll it into the side, I think. Yeah, that was easier. I thought he was going up table there for a second, but I mean, the line into the side pocket was simple enough. And Cobra's now sitting wondering, am I going to get a shot in the rest of this match? Because that's always in doubt against Spectre Don. But what this does mean is, it's 4 in a row for Spectre Don. From 3-0 down, he's now, well, he's in control. So the winner of this match goes into tonight's final. I think that Cobra, well, I was going to say he's going to get to the table, but he's not getting much though. He ain't got a shot. And of course now the danger is the push out, because pushing up the table, he's asking for an awful lot of trouble with all these balls sitting where they are. He'll be locked up one way or another if he does that. Well, I think he'd probably be better just pushing to the diamond in the bottom rail here, where we're looking, and leave an edge of the 1 or something, because he's going to get put back in anyway. Well, I think, I don't, as again, yes, he is pushing it back. I think that one cuts in the side though. Let's have a look. Aye, the one cuts in the side. I'm convinced it does, and I think Cobra is as well. This might be a mistake by Spectre Dawn. Now he needs a lucky roll here. Well, out with the jump stick, because all he's doing is jumping over an edge here. That I don't think the pot's going to be a problem. The problem again is the 3 ball. He might not have a pot on it, or he might be hooked like that, and he's going to have to jump again. Well, it's hard work, isn't it? Watch the cue ball and gets hit in the point. And again, nothing on. And this is again tricky to try and keep this safe. He's got to hit a rail. He's trying to come back up into a line and still use those balls, and he's played it well. Very well done. Got the pace perfect. Well, that's taken any doubt out about the 8 ball, I think. Let's have a look at that. Well, it doesn't go that side, but it certainly goes the other side. And Spectre Dawn can't argue with the way that's finished. And Cobra's getting plenty of practice with the jump stick. Well, it's a big shot if he's going to take this on. I'm pretty certain he's going to take it on, because I think it's probably more difficult trying to play the safety, because the fewer balls there are on the table, the less chance you have of getting cover. And he went all out for it. And of course, we now know that 8 ball goes into the top right. So it's all about getting nice line off this 7 ball just to drop behind that 8. Now he's going to be running to the, I presume he's running to the bottom rail as we look, or the top rail, sorry, as we look, and coming back up for this 8 ball. He's caught the knuckle. Well, that's a mistake from Spectre Dawn. He's potted tougher balls than that tonight. And Cobra lives again. Just jabbing back and getting out into the table. That's well done. Well, I think Cobra's got out of jail there in this rack. Well, we've now been, what, 2 hours and 8 minutes into the tournament tonight. Won't be quite as quick as last week's. One ball in the side, 2 ball in the open, 3 ball is available. Now, I wonder, let's have a look at this angle off the 2. I think he wants to try and get down here for this 3. I mean, he could roll it in, but I think the easier shot is getting onto into the side, and that's exactly what he's done, because you leave this angle at that, you're on the 4 guaranteed 100%, as long as you don't scratch in the corner. Now, anybody watching, did they pay any attention to the match I was talking about earlier on? Before I came onto the live stream, I was watching Jason Shaw against Shane Van Boning, and Shane Van Boning was 6-3 up at the time in a race to 10. So, has anybody got an idea what the outcome was? I'm assuming Van Boning went on to win it. In fact, the live stream will probably still be on YouTube. There'll still be other matches they're showing, I think. I know that Joshua Filler was in trouble. He was in deep trouble. He was 5-1 down. But again, I don't know what the outcome was. Well, Cobra looks as if he's about to regain his lead here. Well, Bankster, his run tonight is over. Progressive Pool is taking care of him. Well, there's the dark horse tonight. First time we've seen Progressive Pool getting good handicap, and he's been he's had a wee bit of help on the way, it has to be said, but he's made the most of what he has got so far. So Cobra back in the lead. And has an immediate problem. I mean, 1 ball and getting back out for the 2. I'm sure he can deal with that, but that 5 ball, let's have a look. That 5 ball is very tight. Now, can you get to that and chip it and cut it legally? Well, he didn't want to do that for a start, so he's now got another problem. He couldn't avoid nudging the 4 with the potting angle he had, so now he has to come down and get a good line on this 4-8 combo. Well, that's a huge risk he's taking there, and this 5 ball is going to kill him. Look at that. He breaks out the 5, and the 5 ball goes around the table and finishes right in front of the 4. Now, if he gets this right, though, he can kick and stick here. Well, he hasn't. And what's more, he's left a shot. Well, it doesn't matter who knocks on my door. I don't go to the door. Doesn't matter who comes to the door. I never go near it. I don't even entertain anybody that comes to my door. The only people that come to my door are people who've made contact and said, we're coming to do this, we're coming to do that, and because I obviously have to arrange it when it's my days off. But any other knocks on the door, I don't go at the door. Because most of the time it's folk begging for money, so that way you don't get involved in any conversation. Well, now Cobra, has he got the stranglehold in the match here? He's on the hill and breaking for the match. It looks dry. It is dry. And no prizes for guessing what's happening here. Well, my question by way of an answer to that, Coldest Pillow, is what big update are we talking about? Oh, good evening to, what's his name again? Bedhead. What's that? 9-ball. What was it? Was it the cue ball? No, it's a cue ball. My bad. I got distracted here with the chat for a second. I thought it was a 9-ball that had gone in. It's going in now, I can guarantee that. Well, has Cobra just shot himself in the foot? This is a hot seat match for any latecomers. Not naming names. They know who they are, and there goes the 9-ball. It'll come up. There goes the 3-ball almost. And Cobra now has got to be thinking that we're going all the way. But this 1-ball has to get the edge of that 3. He's played it perfect. He's come out into play and all is good. 7-ball goes into top left. So where's the problem? Well, the problem is getting nice on the 4 to get to the 5 and getting out of the 5 clean down to the 6. So he's got the angle in the 4. And he's going to have the angle in the 5. And he'll be well away from the 7 and 9. Just be going 2 rails, short rail to the left rail. This might be tight, this 5-ball. Let's have a quick look. Yes, it was. And that's why it's hanging. Cobra lives again. Well, this looks simple, doesn't it? You've got to watch how much pace you put in this cue ball here. Now, he's just chipping an edge here, so it should be coming down, but yeah, he didn't. See, look at the line that was taken there. Right into the short side, so he's got the thin cut. And now, whatever he does is he can't be running into anything up there. He has to go up the table, back down into the table for that 7. And he'll be really lucky if he's playing the 7 where he's not going to be interfering with the 9. And this is going to be the problem. How this connection with the 9-ball goes. Now, if he rolls through, if he pushes the 7 in and goes forward, you would think he's got to come away from the 9 but push the 9 towards the short rail, wouldn't you? That's what it looks like. So he's putting top on it to try that. That looks like what it's going to do. And that's exactly what it's doing. It's all over. So Cobra is making Spectre Dawn having to do it the hard way tonight. Cobra into tonight's final by 7 racks to 5. Right, so now our attention goes to the 1 loss side. Spectre Dawn moves over there. Cobra's got a break and go and get a coffee or whatever. We've got Progressive Pool about to play Spectre Dawn, and Spectre Dawn is under a severe threat. by giving 5 and out to Progressive Pool. So we'll get in. The lag has already taken place. Spectre Dawn has won it. And here we go in a race to 4. 8 ball goes. But no shot in the 1. The 3 ball just gets right in the way. Now I'm thinking if this is me and Spectre Dawn's just played that, I'm going to have him in trouble because I'm just cutting that 1 ball past the 8 and just letting the cue ball roll out. I've got to get cover behind the 4 and 9. I mean, you might leave him an edge of the 1 ball, but you won't leave him a full ball. Or you could do that and hit it far too hard. You could do that. Watch the cue ball. Oh, we need to see that one. There we go. That's almost as good as Larry's. Well, Progressive Pool's got a big problem here because he's bolt straight in the 3. Absolutely bolt straight. Well, he's got a very slight angle, but he can't be pinching too much of this. Well, thin cut in the 4. He's overdone it. Well, he's got away with it, sort of. But Spectre Dawn, I don't think he's got cover here. I think he's left an edge. He's left more than an edge. And that's a good result. Very good result. Not enough room to get there. Oh, now. Well, he's got cover. Oh, another fraction, and he had that 4 and 5 ball sitting there for the first rack. Now it's up in the air. Oh, in it goes. Never a doubt. 5 doesn't go into the side. Going to have to take it long. This is for first blood, if he can get it. And in it goes. So the dark horse of the tournament is off and running. And balls are going in. 1 ball's going in as well. I think the 1 and 2 have gone. There's no shot in the 3. How lucky is that? Or how unlucky is that? Well, that's a good touch. That's a very nice touch. Excellent. Very well played. This is no numpty, this guy, by the way. This is somebody that's actually using their head. And of course he hasn't hit a rail ball in hand for Progressive Pool. Well, he doesn't want to get excited here. He's still got 3 balls to pot. He wants to take his time. I think he's got the angle, has he? Well, that'll do nicely. You just roll this in and roll through, and it's 2-0. not roll through that far though. No, you wanted to be staring down the barrel in this 5-ball. You want to make it absolutely within any shadow of a doubt you're going to pot this. But in it goes. There was never a doubt. And it's 2-0. Ball has gone in and really awkward. Well, now's the time for a half decent push out. Now, if you, the problem is leaving an edge of the one, but leaving too much of an edge, because that one can be cut and potted from the top end of the table if you don't play this right. Now, he hasn't. I haven't seen him call push out. Well, I'm not really sure. Did he play that combo in the 8 there? I'm not really sure what he tried. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I think he played the combo. I think he would have been far better playing the push out, because he's just giving Spectre Dawn a free go here. Just to keep travelling. Well, he's still tricky. I mean, he's got nothing to do other than just get the pace in this so that it's running off the bottom, the top rail and back up. Oh, Cobra's back in Twitch. No, we're actually on 3 now. It's showing 3 in Twitch. But that's probably somebody that's accidentally came into the channel. They'll disappear in a minute. Yeah, but no, but the thing is, Coldest Pillow, nobody was ever on kick. I don't think. I think if I was lucky, I had one person in kick at any one time. So I've just left it. Meanwhile, Spectre Dawn looks as if he's back in business here. He should be all square in the next minute or two. But of course, cannot afford any mistakes. That's the one thing that was good about Kick, was the fact that the turnaround on the live stream was superb on Kick. It was like a second and a half. So clearly, whatever they've got in their setup is excellent for this part of the world. Whatever server it's on, whether it must be maybe London or something like that. I mean, when you think about it, the Twitch and, I mean, maybe, I presume Twitch have got servers around the world. I can't believe it's all, I mean, but YouTube's the worst of the lot. YouTube's, 7 or 8 seconds most of the time. 2, 3, 4, 5. There, well, that's about 5 seconds. So the delay's not quite as bad. I've just watched it on my phone there. So here we go, interact number 5. Short race to 4, of course, on the one lost side. And that looks dry. Dry, but an awkward one ball. Awkward either way for Progressive Pool. Oh, that's a nice little bump running into the 2. No problem getting in the 3. The problem is getting the 3 and getting out for the 4 and coming back for the 5. That's the test. All looks simple. Oh, he's overcooked this. Watch the 9 ball. Oh dear. You see what I say about things when they look so simple? Well, I think he's... I know he can't get enough of that, I don't think. Can he? Or is my eye so bad that he can get there? I don't think he can. He's out of the stick. Watch the cue ball. Disaster. Well, that's the 4th scratch I've replayed tonight, and they've all been spectacular. That's one of the better ones. Well, almost got himself out of that hole there, but it was a poor shot with such an open table and a big open area to get that cue ball into. He fell into the trap. The one ball that was going to cause the problem if he overhit it, and he got himself behind it. It might have been his last shot. You never know. So here we go, Spectre Dawn breaking for the match and looking for revenge. Trying to have another go at Cobra. One ball goes into the right side pocket. And a thin cut in the 2. And if he just brushes out past the 6, he should have another thin cut in the 3. And he's got to watch how much room he's going to give himself here. I think he should be fine. This looks fairly straightforward. Just nip it down the rail. Well, he's bumped to 6, and that's perfect. That is absolutely perfect the way he's played that. Got the 6 out of the equation. Opens up the 3, and all is good. And this match is done. And Progressive Pool has run his course, but he's had a good run in the tourney. I'm pretty certain he's coming out with a positive payout, with more V dollars than he came when he came in it. So that's a success. So we are 2.5 hours into tonight's tournament. It's probably going to go to 3 hours. More than likely it will. But we have 2 titans in the virtual pool world matching up again in tonight's final with Spectre Dawn and Cobra, who's trying to pinch Spectre Dawn's Friday Night 9-ball title this week. I like what Spectre Dawn said. I think you need more weight. Aye. Right, well, there we go. The room is up. Am I going to get in, or are we going to have problems here? I don't like this. So there we go, we're in. Let's have a quick tab, because I think Spectre Don will be a minute or so before he comes in. So progressive pool. Yeah, he comes out with a profit. It cost him 150 to get in. He wins 195, so he's made a profit. So that's a success. Of course, with it not being a full field, there's obviously less of a payout, and it doesn't go as deep into the bracket. But that's still a success. So we can't argue with that. But if he plays in more Friday night 9-ball tournaments, he's going to be in for a shock, because he ain't going to be getting the same handicap in future, because that's going to jump up or jump down, whichever way you want to describe it. I'm just going to blow my nose a sec, hang on. In fact, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm just going to deal with this bladder issue I've got as well. I'll be back in a minute. Right, I'm just back in time. Cobra on the right, Spectre Don on the left. Cobra wins the lag. So here we are. Tonight's final, race to 9. And a ball on the break and a shot in the 1. Problem with the 2 ball though. But good opportunity for a decent safety though as well if he doesn't get below this 2 ball. I presume he's trying to just come across below it. Oh dear. Amazing how things go wrong, isn't it? Bumps the 9 and now he's in trouble himself. Never ever take anything for granted. Doesn't matter how good you are. But that's a great recovery. Nice little jump shot. Sitting decent on the 4. Oh dear. Well, I think I've jinxed Cobra right off the bat with that one. What a poor shot that was in the 4. He must have been spinning the cue ball up there to hold for the 5. And that's a complete disaster. Maybe he's just showing signs of wear and tear, because it is. I'm going to come to his defence here, because I think the other night there he said he was up at 4 o'clock in the morning this morning, like myself after last night's match. So he's had a long day, he's been up for many hours, and he's also getting to that age. But he's going to still be kicking himself after doing the hard work and then making a complete hash of that 4-ball. And now how much is that going to cost him? That's the question. That's always the question when Spectre Dawn's playing and you make a mistake. Well, look at this. Commentator's curse. What a complete hash that was as well. Well, if this comes off the rail, Cobra's got to play the bank. You know, he's probably going to try and head to the long grass up the table, but if this 9-ball has to stick to the rail, though. And I would think if Cobra gets any sight in this 9-ball, he may well go for the bank. So I think Spectre Dawn's objective here is to try and put the cue ball somewhere where the bank isn't on. Yeah, well, you see, well, that's just off the middle diamond, so Cobra's got to play the bank into the top right as we look. He can't be rolling onto it. He's as far as he's concerned, he's already lost the rack, so he might as well have a go at it. No point in messing about for 10 minutes trying to keep things safe. And he's nailed it. Perfect. Took the commentator's advice, and that was always the danger with Spectre Dawn playing that safety. If he brings it off the rail and there's any sort of line, Cobra's going to take the bank. But Cobra hasn't got the follow-up, and look at the table. Well, the 2-ball is tight, but it goes. But he wants to really be looking right down on this 2-ball, any angle on it, and then it makes it more difficult. This is testy. Yeah, and he's got to be careful with that 6-ball as well, because the angle he's got in the 1, he just wants to get in the gap. Well, he's taken that out of it because he's come round behind, and that was well done, but this is still fiddly. Yeah, not a doubt. This is even more fiddly because I don't think that goes. That's very tight. Yeah, he's played the combo. And now everything's back under control. Well, this is where you cross your fingers and hoping Cobra doesn't get into the, step up the gears with the brake. If he starts rolling, you could be losing 3 or 4 racks here. Not Cobra, Spectre Dawn. Did I say Cobra? I don't know what I'm saying at this time of night, I'll be honest with you. Because remember, my brain's The whole left side of my brain shut down. But I did hear a ball going in. In fact, 2 balls have gone in, 4 and 6 have gone. No shot in the 1. Push out called. Now, I don't think Cobra will fancy any of this. I don't think he'll give this an awful lot of thought, as he's got to put him back in. Unless he thinks he can come up with something. Good luck with that, though. Yeah, he's giving it back. Well, Spectre Dawn, is he going to call his bluff here and go for a crazy cut? Yes, he is. He went all out for it. Well, Cobra's just missed something similar to this on that 4 ball in that other rack there, but he'll be looking to make up for it here. And again, he's caught out with a cut angle. That's 2. I think he's going downhill rapidly here, Cobra. I think time is catching up with him. We're not at 3 hours tonight, but if you go all the way to the final, you've been in the tournament for the full length of the tournament, so he's just showing signs of wear and tear. Good evening to Albie. Right, Albie, now that you're here, I've already thanked you twice. And I'll thank you in person now. Thank you very much for your birthday contribution. I didn't notice it until about 3 days later when I trawled through my emails. But it is much appreciated. You're the only person. No other bugger bothered about me. No other bugger thought about me except yourself. I'm trying to make everybody feel guilty now. Well, you've arrived in time for tonight's final, but the signs are not good for Cobra. He's missed a couple of shots he wouldn't normally miss, but I think that is a bit of fatigue. He defended him. So Spectre Dawn takes the lead and looking to build on it. Well, Bedhead was here as well. I don't know whether he's still hanging around. He might have gone, but your Swedish brother was in the house. He might still be there. Maybe if you knock on his door, he might wake up. So the 4 ball has gone on the break. No shot though, so just the safety. Well, this is going to have a wee bit of left-hand English on it to get there. And of course, what happens to Cobra? He leaves the 1 plumb on. All the balls are available, and he knows where this is going. I think Bedhead has gone. Not a word out of him. I think he's gone. He's gone to bed. That's the one thing about Spectre Dawn in these Friday night 9-ball tournaments, when the tournament's running on for 3 hours and more. He doesn't really show much sign of fatigue. He just keeps going and going. So I'm definitely on my last legs, and I will sleep without a problem. It's going to be one of these head hits the pillow, gone nights. That's what it's going to be. And then, of course, in what seems like 10 minutes later, I'm getting back up at 4 a.m. Well, there's daylight early on in the final. Now, is Cobra going to get a second wind? Maybe need to give himself a rub down with an oily rag. Try and stay awake. Well, a couple of balls go in. I think, was that the 9 ball? No, it wasn't. It was a 1 ball. And, of course, Spectre on his line very nicely in the 2. Nip back for the 3. Back up into the table for the 4. And it's game over in this rack. Now, does he, can he cut this and avoid the 9 or nip round behind it, or is he just trying to check it? Yeah, he is checking it. Bit of right hand English just to straighten the cue ball when it hit the rail so that it avoided the 9. Well, I suppose if this takes the same pattern it's taking right now, then Cobra doesn't play very many Friday night 9 balls, but he's going to come out with a profit. So it's not all doom and gloom, and it's far from over yet as well. So 4-1 lead. And again, a ball in the break. I think it was a 1 ball again. And the 2 ball goes. No problem to get to the 3. Well, as clean as a whistle. And of course, look at the table. 5 ball goes past the 9. And Cobra might as well go to bed now then. He might as well pack his virtual queue, phone the taxi, put on his jacket, and put away all his bits and pieces and get ready to go home. I forgot to even mention that there's no handicap in this final, just a scratch final. Well, he's left that a wee bit short on the 5, just slightly the wrong angle, but loads of room to get the cue ball out. But the punishment is severe for the 2 misses that Cobra has had. Because it's now cost him at least 3 racks. So here we go, rack number 7. Spectre Dawn getting on a roll. This time though is dry. And this time Cobra has a shot. But is he up to the task? Let's find out. He's probably looking at the table with one eye at the moment. He did go into the gap. He's got an angle. He's got to get out far enough though. And again, he's got to avoid the 7. And he's avoided that, and all is good so far. Little nip back onto this 5 ball. Avoid the 9, which he's managed to negotiate. And don't finish too straight in the 5. Well, he's got a very slight angle. He can run forward and come back out. Because again, he's stuck to the rail, so that limits what he can do. But he's got himself perfect. Spun it around the corner. Couldn't have landed any better. Well, this isn't quite as sharp an angle as the 2 balls that he's missed, so no problem there. So we now wait on the Cobra response. All hinges on the break. Well, he's got the first part right. Got a ball. Now, was it the 1 ball again? No, it wasn't. It was the 6. Now, well, there isn't any issue with the 2. The only issue is the 4 ball, depending where you're putting this cue ball. Yeah, you're just going to leave it well away from there and leave the little cut. Now, with this, he may well have to help it spin past that 3. Or can he just play this plain ball and let, he's going to have to put right on it. He's going to leave it down into the other corner pocket. Well, we're now down to 1 on Twitch, and if that isn't me, then it's somebody else. Cobra's working hard to hang in there. Just 2 minutes short of 3 hours tonight. So far. And I think Cobra's Dry breaks come back to haunt him. Yeah. And of course, the worst thing with a dry break is leaving a shot on, which he has done, although albeit none too easy to get anywhere good in this 2-ball, and the angle in the 1 I don't think is great either. But the one thing about Spectre Don is he works out ways to try and get there. And he's content to leave it now. Has he got enough room to get there? I'm not convinced he has. He can certainly play the bank. He can bank this back into this pocket that we're at. I don't know that he can get enough of the 2 to cut it into that top corner pocket. So it's more than likely going to be the bank. No, in fact, it's not. He's going to duck. And no problem with that. I mean, there's no point in taking risks when you've still got a 2-rack lead. Well, I think there's no doubt that Spectre Don's going to try and nip this down the rail, but we know the dangers with these side pockets. The knuckle seems to jump out and grab the ball as it's passing the pocket. We'll soon see. No, in fact, he's not taking the risk. Well, not much more room for tippy tapping. Cue that 2 balls can end up over the side pocket if you keep tip tapping it. So he's got to be brave and try and get away from there and nip up the top, and that's a good shot. That's very well done. No way he's jumping over that lot. Well, that's cutting off the 5. Is it going in? It hasn't got the legs. It looked as if it was going to billiard off the 5 and go in there. So Cobra has a chance. Oh, the yawns are coming thick and fast now. They better get this over quick before I completely shut down. I think we should change it to Friday afternoon 9-ball, like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, just for the sake of myself. And then I can get a good night's sleep. I think he's got himself a bit straight in this 5, with the look of it from here. Well, I mean, he's fine enough anyway, just being able to draw it back. Now, he's got to stay well away from that 9-ball. He doesn't want to be doing anything rubbing through and rolling in the 9. Well, he has done. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. I mean, he had to come away from that 7 and leave the cut in the net there on the 8, and then he wouldn't have been in this position. But clearly half of his brain is shut down as well. He took the risk and fell into his own trap there. And now he's going to have to bank this. And this is not quite as simple a bank as it looks. It's a very thin cut if he's taking it on. Very thin. And he's nailed it. Well, he got out a hole there, self-inflicted damage. But he's got away with it, and he's back to within 1. So the comeback is still on. 3 ball goes in. He's going to have probably not much of a shot in the 1. And he hasn't. Watch the cue ball. Well, another one for the collection. I must have about, what, 5 scratches tonight? And Cobra's managed to come up with some beauties. Because I don't know what the hell he tried to play there. But I've got all the video evidence for him. I'm going to make a video of this tomorrow. I'll make the little compilation video with the replay shots that I've saved tonight. So the comeback is off for the time being. I think I jinxed him. I jinxed him into scratching. But of course, there is that lifeline of the 8 and 9. The 8 and 9 are married up there on the right-hand side. They're not going anywhere fast. So you would think that Spectre Dawn's got to be planning on a bump here. Well, he's not going to be doing it off the 4 ball for a start. Now, he could try it off the 5 and still have a cut in the 6, but he's got to hit this hard to split them, because he doesn't want to get stuck behind one of them like that. Now, he's got plenty of room to jump this, but look at where the 7's sitting. This cue ball is going to come out into the table. He's going to have no shot in the 7. Well, it's a good, what, 2/3 of an inch off the rail. Good luck with this cut. And it's coming away. And Cobra survives. And he should be back all square in a minute. Well, let's have a look at how the 9's sitting. Well, if you just let this roll out, you don't try and get too elaborate. You've still got a cut in the 9. I mean, the cue ball could be out here. That's the problem with the angle in the 8 ball. The cue ball could be out there. It is up to him to whether he wants to try and do anything more to actually get better on the 9, rather than just taking his medicine and going to there and leaving the cut. Yep, he decided he would try and get better on the 9, and I mean, at this time of night, why not just let it roll out and leave the cut? He tried to get too good. Admittedly, he got good, but playing that type of shot multiplies the difficulty on the shot. And right now, he could be just cutting that 9 ball down the rail. But as it is, it's a big 2-rack swing here. We should have been all square if he'd listened to the commentator's choice. It certainly was running well away from the 9, but even at distance, and the distance that 9 ball was off the rail, it wasn't really a difficult cut. But I think, again, Spectre Dawn has come up dry. But he's also got the safety net, and I don't think he's left anything on. Well, he has left something on. He can jump over that to get to the one. But the 3 ball's awkward. 2 balls down the bottom of the table here as well. That's the other problem. And that's another one. He's now hooked himself behind the 9. You just cannot get a roll of the ball at the moment. Now, clearly, if the cue ball was sitting where it is now, you can pot the 3 in the side pocket. So I don't think there's much doubt he's going to hit the 2. He's played. That's very well done. Not sitting great in the 3, but he can certainly put Spectre Dawn in trouble. He can just kill the cue ball there, right there on that 5. And just bank the 3. Oh, watch the 4 doesn't go in though. Oh, look at that. Look at that for an escape. Oh, that's got to hurt. And especially with the 4 been over the corner pocket. Oh, that is a killer. Oh, Tam's back. I thought you were going to bed. Now, do I know Fabio E. Marquez? Do I know Fabio? Is that a VP4 player? Let us know who you are. But welcome anybody. Anybody who turns up is welcome. Well, except Stubb, that is. I'm barely awake here, Tam. I'm at death's door. Well, I'm at the foot of the bed. Well, that escape there by Spectre Dawn. The bonus, of course, was kicking it in, but that's knocked the stuffing out of Cobra, that shot, because he's played a decent enough safety. And well, that's another one for the collection. So I've got quite a few replays tonight. Most of them are scratches, but that was one shot of the night. The lucky part was the fact that it went in. Spectre Dawn, I think, might be taking a break, a bathroom break or something. I beat him to it. I've taken care of that. I'll have another drink though. Right then, we'll be back in a minute when Spectre Dawn comes back. Right. Oops. Wrong button. Hang on. Spectre Dawn is back. That should recover in a second, I hope. There we go. So Spectre Dawn with a 7 racks to 4 lead in this race to 9 Friday night 9-ball final. Spectre Dawn, I think, won it last week, so he wins it pretty much every other week. So he's going for the double this week. And he's going to be on the hill in the next 2 minutes. Well, One Pocket Slim's still signing up for tournaments, so he's still in the building. Signed up for the Cowboy, but he's relying on Casino Jim turning up to get a match. Yes, the match is still going. It's not going to go for much longer the way this is going right now, because this is a breaking run again for Spectre Dawn, and he's going to be breaking for the match. So Spectre Dawn is on the hill. Victory is imminent. And bedtime is imminent as well for me. So just a reminder, keep an eye out over the next few days. Look out for that semi-final match in the Virtual World Snooker Championship. The worst one that we've ever run. That match between Albinario and Keith. I'm sure they've still got a few days to arrange it. And also, if you're thinking about playing in the 8-ball World Virtual World Championship, get yourself signed up. There's 20 in the last count we had earlier tonight, and there's only 32 seats. Oh, there's Slim. I thought Slim had thrown the toys out the pram and gone home after defeat tonight, but he's still there. He's still a glutton for punishment. Now, is Casino Jim going to turn up tonight, Slim? Is Stubb signed up for the Cowboy? You're kidding me on. Oh, I wish I had a day off. I would stream that. If Stubb is signed up, get it recorded. I want to have a laugh. Oh, the 8-ball? Or the 8-ball World Championships? Stubb went in it. All right. Well, there you go. He's still a glutton for punishment as well. Yet another one he's going to try and win. Meanwhile, Cobra is trying to survive. Trying to prolong this match and keep me away from my bed. Oh, has he already said that? This is his World Championship. He says that for everyone. Oh no, I'm falling asleep. It's Coldest Pillow that's saying it says Well, Coldest Pillow, you get 2 chances of winning this 8-Ball World Championship, and I won't explain the rest of it to you. As we say up in Scotland, you'll get hee-haw of a chance of winning it. Hee-haw. And the other one is F-all. That's the other one. Well, the great thing about 8-Ball, it is how good you move the cue ball. And players like Cobra and Spectre Dawn and a few others are pretty good at that. So, Cobra lives on to fight another rack. But the problem now for Cobra is he has to win everything. You don't like 8-Ball? Well, now's a chance to educate yourself in 8-Ball. But, well, the thing is that 8-Ball is a step up in quality from 9-Ball. 9-Ball, you don't really need to think a lot. 8-Ball, that's where your brain has to kick into gear. If anything, it's probably the more valid excuse for why you should get in the damn thing. That's a valid excuse. Or maybe it's questionable as to whether you actually ever do use your brain when you're playing. I don't know. I mean, that's maybe still up for debate. Where's this cue ball going? Oh, wow. Well, for once Cobra gets a roll. He's got Spectre Dawn nailed. Oh no, he hasn't. It's Cobra. It's Spectre Dawn that's done it. Oh dear. Oh, it tells you I'm falling asleep. I don't even know who's playing now and I'm watching it. But what? How bad is that? I mean, that is the coup de grace, that shot right there. There is a line to get to that 1-Ball, by the way, through the gap between the 3 and 8. Well, he's found another line. That works. And he'll settle for that. And that's not a bad response either from Spectre Dawn. Cobra in trouble again. Well, now the match should be over. Just nip that 1-Ball down the rail. Cue ball out between the 3 and the 8 for the 2-Ball past the 6. That looks like the plan. Now, I think he would much prefer to take this 3-Ball into the side. The reason I say that is if he has any angle on it to play it that way, he can just stun through for the 4. Now he's sort of a wee bit in between. I don't know whether he can still do that. We'll soon find out. He can certainly stun, but he doesn't want to stun that much. He hits the 8-Ball and sticks behind the 7. I don't think he'll do it. I'm thinking he's okay. He's just stunned through the gap. You see how he's just gone a wee bit too far for comfort here, but he's not been missing any of these tonight. anything that's finished an awkward cut, he hasn't missed them. This will be the first. No, never a doubt. Well, Cobra will be glad it's all over. I'm glad as well. And I'm trying to remember what buttons to press to finish my stream, because I've forgotten what I've got in my my different scenes, so I might have to press a couple of buttons to get the right one. But we're almost home and dry. And yet another defensivist title for Spectre Dawn. Perfect on the 7. And just completing the formalities for a 9-5 victory. Cobra's got to be happy he got this far. But it does mean that Spectre Dawn has got revenge. Cobra sent him over to the one-loss side in that hot seat match. But Spectre Dawn has bounced back and taken him down. So well done to Spectre Dawn. Well done to Cobra for hanging in there. And well done to me for staying awake. So thanks for watching, folks. Keep your eye out for matches. I don't know what's happening. We'll soon find out at some point. But until we meet again, I will bid you good night. Let's try our buttons. See you later, folks. That's the wrong one.